Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing my healthy, gut-friendly apple crisp recipe. In case you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Marissa, and I'm a pharmacist and health coach, and I make videos all about gut health and recipes and different wellness tips. So if those are topics that you are interested in, then I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into today's recipe.
Okay, so we are going to, of course, start with the apples. So as you can see here, I left the peel on. I like that it gives extra fiber and nutrients to this dish, which is very gut friendly, which I like. And so I'm going to just slice them up. I did core mine, but if you don't have a apple core, then just carefully cut around the core and make sure you don't include any of the seeds in this dish. So I'm just gonna give them a nice chop. I wanted mine to be more like bite-sized pieces, but you can, of course, cut your apple however you prefer. So once you're done cutting your apples, go ahead and grab a medium-sized mixing bowl and go ahead and add them in there. Next, add the juice from half of a lemon. And we're also gonna add in some cinnamon. Now, when it comes to adding cinnamon into this recipe, or pretty much any recipe that calls for cinnamon, I typically tend to add in a little bit more than any recipe actually recommends. So for this one here, we're using a heaping teaspoon of cinnamon. I just love the flavor that it gives. And now we're gonna add in some honey. Little trick if you find that your honey is just sticking to everything, because that's what it does, and it's really hard to clean off like your measuring spoons or cups or whatever. Take a little bit of coconut oil and just rub the surface of it prior to measuring out your honey, and it will be a lot easier to deal with later on. And you're just gonna go ahead and add in your honey, and I just love the way that it looks when you are adding it in with the apples, and it just looks like gold ribbons of sweetness. Then once you are done adding in all of those ingredients, go ahead and give it a good stir, and then place that bowl off to the side and grab a different mixing bowl. And now we're gonna make the apple crisp topping, which is my favorite part of this recipe. So we're gonna be using oat flour and instant oats in this recipe here. I will have all of the full measurements and ingredients listed down below in the description box, so you can go ahead and take a look at the recipe there if you would like. Then we're gonna add in some coconut sugar, and of course cinnamon. Give that another good stir until everything's combined. I also added in a couple of chopped pecans and walnuts, but obviously if you do not like nuts or have allergies to them, then you can leave them out of this recipe. I just like that they give it a nice crunch. Then we're gonna add in some melted butter. If you don't wanna use butter, then you could use melted coconut oil. Either one will help this topping get nice and golden brown while it's baking. Now you can go ahead and grab your baking dish and start spooning the apple mixture into it. And now it is time to add on a generous helping of your topping. I love this part, and I try to make sure that most of the apples are going to be covered so that they don't dry out while they're baking. Another thing that I did to try to help make sure that the apples that were not covered, or that I couldn't get covered with the topping, was to put a little bit of foil paper around the edges, or you could even put it over the entire top of the baking pan for a good portion, and then just take it off right at the end to let it brown up. But anyway, so that's what I did. I put it around the edges because that's where I couldn't quite get the topping there without it falling off. So anyways, once you get the foil paper on your baking pan, then you can go ahead and transfer them onto a cookie sheet, and then go ahead and put them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, go ahead and take it out. And we're gonna remove the foil paper at this point so that the top will get nice and golden brown. And then we're gonna put it back in the oven at the same temperature and cook it until the apples are fork tender. So for me, that was an extra 20 minutes. So there you go. This is what it looked like when it finally was done cooking. The top is nice and golden brown and crunchy, and the apples are wonderfully fork tender and perfect to enjoy after your meal or even as a snack.
Hey you guys, so it just came out of the oven. It is right here. Oh my gosh, I can't really tilt it because all the juice will come out of it, but like it smells amazing. Oh, and it looks so good. So I'm gonna do a little taste test for you, everybody. Probably really hot. It took everything in me not to eat this thing the moment it came out of the oven. But like, oh, does that not look so good? Mm. Okay, you have to make this recipe. It's so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this right now, but that is all I have for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Definitely let me know if there's something else you want me to create for the channel down below, or any like future video suggestions or anything like that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Ooh, hot.